Today's video, we're gonna skate the stairs. Yo, what's cracking, guys? Back from Nashville and back at Middletown Skate Park. Nashville trip was sick, man. Got to kick it with like Mario, John Gardner, Jake Wooten, and a couple other guys from Santa Cruz. It was really sick. I was just in Nashville from last Monday to Friday, and that's why I didn't have an upload on Friday. I've been trying to do the every Friday uploads for you guys, but it just didn't work out. I didn't have time in Nashville, so here I am now. But it was a cool trip. We filmed this little edit. It's gonna be a contest edit for, I think Red Bull's putting on the contest. I can't give out too many details about it, but it's gonna be a fun edit and I can't wait to show you guys it. It was all indoor at 6th Ave Skate Park. Can't wait to show you guys that when it comes out. Dude, we have a beautiful day here today. It's crazy. It's like 40 degrees already right now at around 10 a.m. Pretty stoked on that. A slight breeze, but nothing compared to the last video I filmed. That was crazy. But yeah, we're back at the park. I'm stoked to be back and stoked to be getting another video for you guys. So today's video, we're gonna be skating the stairs at the park. The stair set's low to the ground, but it's kind of long. I don't know if that makes sense. It's not even that long. It's just that it's so low that like the distance is kind of hard to clear. That's weird. You kind of have to skate it with some speed. But if you can see, it's not very tall. It's like probably like thigh high, the drop, but the length is pretty there. So skating this thing, you got to go kind of fast. You kind of got to cook at this thing. And then the ride up's a little curved in. Come around the bend the whole time. It's a great stair set to practice on. I love skating this stair set, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So first things first, get your tricks dialed before taking them to stairs and gaps. I'm huge on the basics, man. You gotta practice the basics, get your trick, whatever you wanna do down the stairs or the gap, make sure you dial it in. An important part of it too is being able to catch your trick. If you kickflip, make sure it's not just like close to the ground, or it could be close to the ground, but make sure that your feet are hitting the board before you're touching the ground. That's huge because then that allows you to catch the trick within midair down a gap and still be like comfortable with it. The next thing is just making sure you have the speed for it. You want to be able to clear whatever you're about to skate. You don't want to go too slow, and you also don't want to go too fast. You don't want to have to go faster than you need to go, because then you just end up bailing harder or whatever. Gotta make sure you dial in the speed, dial in your tricks, have that catch down. Also just practice what you're doing on like small stair sets at first, or off a curb or off a ledge, like whatever it is, to kind of get the feeling of at least going down something. And that helps before you just jump straight into a stair set or something that's kind of might be out of your league. You want to definitely build your way up to what you're about to skate. I remember when I first got into skating stairs, I used to go to my friend's house all the time, and he lived kind of on it's kind of like a college campus, and they had a bunch of little 3 stairs, 4 stairs, ledges and stuff that we would just like practice ollieing them and eventually try to kickflip them and stuff like that. But we were getting we didn't know it at the time, but we were building ourselves up to be able to skate gaps. So you definitely got to start small and dial in your tricks and just be confident in what you're doing. That's the biggest thing. I always preach that, like just be confident in the trick you're doing and you're most likely gonna land it. Like understand it in your head, take it to the stairs. Another big thing with skating gaps is that you want to learn to bail the trick a little bit. I know that sounds weird, but you want to know that when shit goes sour or when it's not gonna go good, you know how to get out of it. You know what I mean? It sounds stupid and you don't want to like get in the habit of bailing, but to know how to bail a trick properly is going to help you from like injuries or sticking one that you shouldn't have stuck, like you might end up landing primo or something. Like catching the trick, kind of kicking it away, or like if you're doing like a backside 180 to kind of kick the board out, bail to your butt. A lot of that stuff's huge in skating gaps. Like, it gets you more comfortable with what you're doing and the way to jump down stuff. And then once you know how to jump down gaps and how to bail properly, skating something won't be as scary because you kind of know how it goes when you need to get out of it. But yeah, today we're skating the stairs, so I'm gonna go get some warm-ups on the ledge and on the flat ground and just try and get some tricks in and then take it over to the steps, and then I'll be talking to you guys. Alright, well we got some warm-ups in. That was fun. I got a little flat ground, some nose grinds and shit. Now we're gonna come over here and skate the gap. And it is a little bit, I don't know if you can hear it in the mic or not, it is a little bit more windy than I anticipated today. Like once I started skating, I was like, it's a little breezy. But we're gonna see if we can get some tricks down the gap anyway. I keep calling it a gap. It's stairs. It's definitely stairs. I don't know why I keep calling it a gap. I never do that. And now we gotta warm up down the set. So I'm gonna start out with ollies and 180s and switch ollies and stuff like that, and then we'll take it from there. I actually don't even remember the last time I frontside 180 to anything. That was kind of weird.
I've always been more comfortable with back 180s for some reason. Almost didn't rotate all the way. I've never been too much of a switchback 180er, but I've always loved that trick because of Brian winning. All right, let's kickflip this thing. I always like when that one works first shot. Sometimes it does not. Now I'm gonna get into frontside flips. And for frontside flips, you just wanna like, for me, frontside flips are more of a kickflip. You kind of just wind up and do a kickflip and open your shoulders, and you kind of catch it almost 90 and then bring it around. That's how I think about it, at least. And so far, everything's been first try, so we'll see if we can keep that going with the frontside flip, but I don't know. Oh man, I went for it. I had to stick it. Definitely did not turn all the way to 180. My 180 was very underturned. One of my bearings making a funky noise too. Let's get it. Sometimes it's hard for me to like, if I catch it too early, it's hard to bring it the rest of the way around. I have to make sure I kind of really catch it like 90. There we go. I swear something's, oh, it's right here, I think. My one bearing is a little busted, I think. I have to swap that out real quick. Also, that's not good. Just turns on its own. I gotta set up some new stuff, man. My setup's kind of busted right now, I'm not gonna lie. All right, well, this kind of sucks. I don't like stopping in the middle of the sesh for anything. It's annoying, it's always hard to get back into it, but I gotta switch out this bearing. Something's wrong with it for sure. I don't know if it's broken or if the shield just popped off and it's making noise, but we gotta get to the bottom of this because it's not gonna help anything, that's for sure. See what's up with this thing. Ugh, it doesn't want to roll at all. It's gotta be broken. This thing is not moving. That's what happens with the cold weather, like going cold to hot or getting salt and stuff from the winter in your bearings. It's just, I break so many bearings. Doesn't matter what kind of bearings. I break them all the time just from the cold weather, I think, and the salt and shit. Well, we'll just pop a new one in. All right, we're back in business. Alright, so we're all set up for backside flip. Probably a good time to talk about bailing your tricks or learning how to bail properly to help you from getting like hurt or whatever, or just building more confidence. You can kind of flick a backside flip out to your feet. If you get to kick it behind you, then you can just like slide on your butt. If you see me, I'm gonna try and do it first tee, but if I don't, then you'll probably see me do this bail. It happens a lot, and it's an easy, safe way to just bail to your butt, kind of slide if you can. It's better to go to your butt than anything else, in my opinion. So it sounds kind of weird, but you know what I mean. Backflips are hard because they grip so much for me sometimes. Like I think I flick too straight off the nose and it kind of gets a dolphin flip going on. I have to focus more on the kick flip and then the 180 and not so much the 180 kick flip aspect of it, if that makes sense. That way I don't get that dolphin flip thing. I mean, it looks cool when I land it like that, but a lot of times it's sketchy and it makes it flip slow. Out again. See those to my butt. That was a little bit of a struggle, but I kind of expected that. Backside flips, as much as I do them and I have done them down stuff in the past, it's just like always one of those tricks that can give me a hard time on certain days. It's just because that flick and backside 180 rotation, I just get too much grip sometimes and it's hard for me to get the good balance, but we got it, chilling. Whoa! I mean, it was first tee, but I went out the park. I landed like super squatted out. It was funny. Switch heel's obviously been one of my favorite tricks to do. I do them down gaps all the time, did them down low. Like the biggest things I've skated, I usually switch heeled because that's like one of my go-tos for sure. I'm gonna redo that switch heel because that was kind of wild. Another little tip for switch heels, I see a lot of people make this mistake where as they switch heel, they are like super hunched over their board, which leaves their board like kind of behind them. As you bend down to do the switch heel, make sure your head is centered over your feet. I feel like that helps so much and it keeps the board right under you. That's with regular heel flips too, although I just suck at regular heel flips for some reason. Switch flip, we gotta get switch flip. I always hate switch flipping these stairs, honestly, because the carve-in is like the wrong way. I have to carve around and then cut back to switch flip. As to where a natural switch flip for me, I like to carve in like switch front side. And this I have to go back side to front side, just because the way the stair set's set up. Oh, it's never fun, man. Shit, dude. Oh no. Shit, dude. That's 2 YouTube sessions in a row where my camera has slammed. That one was my fault. The last one was the wind, but all good. We got this. I thought I had that one. I slipped out, man. That one felt rocket. Not gonna lie. All right, so I might get into some nollie skating here. This is where gap skating kind of gets a little interesting because you really have to work on your timing for nollie. So it's just where it gets a little tricky because you want to be able to go fast. Nollie, you always have to skate going way faster just so you can clear it. You're popping way further back. And you just got to make sure you get like a good forward momentum pop without missing your nose. So you want to make sure you pop extra early. Boom, right off the side. And also for me, I like to put my front foot when I skate gaps super in the pocket. I feel like it gives me extra forward pop. Like I can really use my front foot to push forward and get that extra distance. This is definitely something you're going to want to practice off of a curb first and definitely get your timing down. Because one of the scariest things that can happen when skating a gap is when you miss your pop on a nollie. You just completely width and the board can do whatever. It's kind of crazy. And I've slammed pretty hard like that in the past. Now I'm gonna go for nollie. Nollie flips, man, they're hard. I told you this is hard to clear, man. Go extra fast, man. Extra fast. Clipped it again, man. Nollie backside flip and nollie backside heel, I knew were gonna work easier for me than the nollie heel and the nollie flip, just because I can carry those tricks way further. The way your body rotates and your body weight like brings the trick around. So I always do those. I prefer to do those. They're honestly just easier. And then I went with 2 of my other favorites, which you guys probably already know, the switch frontside heel and the switch backside heel. Switch frontside heel has always been one of my favorites, so much to the point where I don't even like to do it anymore. I like made myself sick of that trick, but I still do it here and there. Or if a spot I think that would be cool for it, I'll do it. It's just, it became like I was doing them too much. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm just gonna stop doing this trick unless the spot really speaks to me and wants that trick, then I'll try it. But it is one of my favorites. And same with switch backside heel. That one I still like to do a lot. And I know there's a lot of tricks in here that I didn't do, like tray flips and obviously hard flips and vero heels and stuff like that. They're just not in my everyday
or like my super comfort zone of flip tricks. These are what I'm super comfortable with, and that's what I did today. This is why I like doing this stuff too, man. I don't remember the last time I came here, or anywhere for that matter, where I just did all those tricks in one sitting on the stairs. Like, I never skate like that really. So this is why the YouTube thing kind of motivates me and just gets me out of my comfort zone, and it gives me a goal to shoot for that day, you know what I mean? And really like accomplish something. But yeah, again, when you're trying to get better at gaps, or you're trying to get interested in skating gaps, make sure you get the basics down, dial everything in. I mean, I already said this in the beginning, but it's so important, and it will help you learn and be more comfortable. And that's the biggest thing when skating a gap. You want to be comfortable. You don't want to like bail weird, get hurt weird. I mean, shit happens, but like, you want to be as confident and comfortable as you can be. And that starts with flat ground and working your way up. 3 stairs, 2 stairs, curb, whatever it is, build your way up with the trick you want to do, and eventually you'll get it on lock, you know? Or at least dial it into where you're comfortable and you could try it down something big, or something you want to try it down. Also, drop a comment, let me know who your favorite gap skater is. One of my favorite gap skaters ever, I think, is Reynolds. I just love the way he does flip tricks and how just powerful he can skate stairs. It's pretty crazy to me. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, yo.